It's just that I love Marion. I've lived in Marion all my life, and I think there's good people here, but I still think it's bad people. I think it's a good place to be, and I loved the school. It was, I went from the first grade on, I graduated down there, and at that time, they have 12 grades now, don't they? Well, it was 11 then. I went to high school, everything, at one building. Well, it was different. We had right many, it wasn't as big a classes, wasn't as many in the class. They tell me they have right many now, and they're 25. But it was, I had good Mr. Duncan. He was there. He was the principal the whole time I was there. But he was a good man. He was, I think he was good to everybody. I didn't know anything bad to say about him. He was always good to me. So, yeah, it was good. I always made good grades. I was in the beta club. You have to make good grades for that. We started off, actually we started off at Mama's. Well, you know, Sam had to go in service. And we stayed down there till he had to go in service. And then I stayed there. I never did go live with him. At that time, I don't know why well, I worked. Worked down the beach. Yeah, I did. I paid Mama board. Well, it was very good. But you remember, she charged me $6 a week. $6 a week. Anyway, we had a good time. I didn't run a machine. The bad work from the folders back to the person that made it. Well, it was very busy. I started out, let's see, what did I do? I don't think it was the bad work to start out with. I think I cut cups. It was a little machine they had there, and it was a roll of material, and it was sectioned off and cut, and I run them through that machine and cut them. It cut them, and we'd stack them up, and that man would come along and get that big stack, and somebody then sewed it on the garment. Yeah, Ruby Nellie. Margaret did a little bit. Didn't live here as much, and I did. Yeah, Francis and Libby. Yeah, we all worked. Started off at, and then I married Sam, and well, I quit work after I had babies. Sam did more selling cars. He didn't want to be closed up. I'm not being closed up. When springtime came along, he says, say, well, I hear them birds hollering, I'm leaving. Yeah. I don't know how Mama stood silent. All them young ones. I don't know how she stood it. Never did know her working. She did work. See, each one of us come along, and the oldest one would help with a little.
Making y'all's clothes?
She had a sewing machine, and she'd sit there and sew.
Yeah.
I used to sew. I used to make Sheila's clothes. It's cheaper. See, we did it. Sam was on one of work, and I'd go to New Supply and pick up material and go home and make a Sheila dress. Now, I never made nothing for Todd and Doug. Wasn't looking good in a dress, but I did, I made about everything Sheila wore. We were down there. See, we had a belt store in Madison. I was pretty thrifty. Yeah, that's what I was. Tuttle Chevrolet is downtown in Madison. That's where he started. Now, he did work in the mill a little. Not much, but not much. Sam couldn't stand to be tied there. It was a living. But no, he wasn't going to stay stuck in. But Sam, he was a good salesman. He kept us going. and I knew what to do with the money. He got paid, on his cars he sold that, and I paid the bill, and yeah, if it'd been up to him, he didn't know how to hold it. I said, I think it burns your hand. It's well, that's what we had to do. You know what they did? They worked at the mill, and they came in and ate lunch. And Sam came from the Chevrolet place. I had a table full of people eating lunch. Eating lunch. Can you believe that? I said, well, we won't have enough left for supper. We'll just, but you know, we didn't eat much sandwiches. Well, yeah, I cooked a big lunch. Yeah, stuff for last. Pinto beans and green beans and stuff, you know, sticks to your rib. And beans would go a long way. And cornbread. Well, yeah, I liked it brown. I don't do that now. It's not easy. Yeah. Well, we all stayed home. We didn't have the education, the opportunity that they have down there, because they couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford it. But we had Mama Tias. She had her hands full. Hey, you know she did. She would have a little baby and be gonna have another one, back to back. She didn't have a complaint. But we had a good daddy. Had a good mama too. But he was the easiest going man you ever seen. She'd look at us and say, if you don't pay, I'm gonna tell your mammy. We thought that was funny. So I'm tell your mammy if you don't pay. And she was the one that, you know, would fuss with us and do something didn't need to do. He worked, well, I'll tell you, he worked on second shift. Yeah. And he would, he'd lay down in the afternoon a little bit till time to go to work. He worked in the mill. He was a boss man. I guess it was second shift. He'd lay down a little bit in the afternoon, and then he'd get up and go to work. He got home at 11, and then Mama did all the cooking and housework, and she didn't act like she minded either. Hey, we'd just say, slide over, you got nothing getting in the bed.
Yeah.
But, you know, we was a happy family, I think. We had good parents. We walked to school, we walked to church. Yeah. We didn't have a car.
Did your daddy walk to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't think nothing about it. He wasn't used to. I think he did own some kind of a car one time. We didn't. He must not had it long. See, down on West End, well, see, Mama worked down there a little. Yes, she did. They had a restaurant down there. Mama worked in it. Well, she had meal at home too, but she made a little money, and that was good. And Mama worked buttonholes for people, sewed, and they'd bring the garment up there, and she'd work the buttonholes. We did a lot of things that children wouldn't even think of doing now.